All right, guys, so as we get ready to do the repot on these Philodendron Silver Swords, I want to talk to you about why I always suggest a philodendron as your beginner plant. All right, so we are going to be repotting these Philodendron Silver Swords. I did buy these about a month ago, and I wanted to let them dry out completely so I can put them in some soil that I know that they'll do good here in the room. Remember, it's all about your environment. All right, but philodendrons. If somebody asks me, Sean, I want to get into houseplants, where do I start? My answer is almost always going to be the philodendrons. Now, don't get me wrong, there are plenty of plants out there. Pothos are great, snake plants are great, ZZ plants are great, but if you're looking for a plant that is forgiving, beautiful, rewarding, and can actually grow with you as your confidence grows, it's picking a philodendron almost every single time. And honestly, that's why my plant room has so many of them. Today, I want to share with you 5 reasons why I think philodendrons are one of the best plants a beginner can own. Number 1, the light requirements are simple. The very first reason is light. One of the biggest mistakes new plant parents make is buying plants because it's pretty without understanding where it's actually going to live. Philodendrons make that part pretty easy. Most of them enjoy bright indirect light. That's really the sweet spot. Put them near a bright window where they're getting plenty of light, but not harsh afternoon sun burning the leaves, and they'll be pretty happy. What I love is that they also are a little flexible. Will they survive in lower light? A lot of them will. Will they grow quickly? Probably not. Will the leaves get as large? Probably not. That's one thing I appreciate about them. They're not demanding perfection every single day. In my own plant room, I rely heavily on grow lights. I don't have every plant sitting beside a giant window, and that's just realistic for most people. We don't have that many windows. Good grow lights allow me to place these plants where I actually enjoy looking at them instead of where the window happens to be. As long as you provide consistent light, the philodendrons usually reward you with steady growth. That's encouraging when you're getting started because you actually get to watch your plant do something. You start to see those new leaves, you start to see the bigger leaves over time, and then you gain confidence because the plant is showing you that you can know what you're doing. All right. Reason 2, watering is pretty forgiving. The second reason is watering. This is probably where beginners get nervous. People are constantly asking, how often do I water? The truth is there isn't one schedule. Your temperature matters, your humidity matters, the pot size matters, the soil matters, the amount of light matters. Instead of watering every Tuesday or every Saturday, I encourage people to learn what a dry pot feels like. Most philodendrons like to dry out before getting another drink. I usually stick my finger into the soil. If the top couple of inches are dry, it's usually time to water. If it's still damp, I leave it alone. That's really it. They're forgiving, miss a day, usually not a problem. Wait a couple of days, they're probably still okay. Now, I wouldn't ignore them for weeks, but they don't punish you for every little mistake. That takes a lot of pressure off beginners. Another thing I love about philodendrons is that you usually can tell when they're thirsty. Sometimes their leaves lose a little bit of firmness, sometimes growth slows down. You begin learning your individual plant. Every philodendron has a personality. The more time you spend with them, the easier it becomes to recognize what they're asking for. That's something I think makes the hobby really enjoyable. Reason number 3, their overall care is beginner friendly. The third reason is their overall care. To me, philodendrons don't ask for much. Give them decent light, give them some chunky, well-drained soil, water when they need it, keep temperatures controllable. That's most of the battle. I don't feel like I have to constantly baby them. I don't have to stand over them every day wondering what's wrong. If one leaf gets damaged, I remove it. If I notice an old yellow leaf, I remove it. If they outgrow the pot, I repot them. Outside of that, I mostly just enjoy watching them grow. That's probably one of the biggest lessons plants have taught me. Not every single plant needs a dramatic solution. Sometimes the best thing you can do for them is just give them consistency and patience. As beginners, we tend to overreact. We move the plant, change the soil, water it again, fertilize it, move it back, and before long, we've stressed the plant out more than the original problem we ever had. Philodendrons have helped me to slow down. Watch first, react second. That's a lesson that applies for beyond plants. Reason number 4, they're affordable. Number 4 is the price. I love rare plants. I think they're beautiful, but I don't think beginners need to start there. One thing I appreciate about philodendrons is that there are so many affordable options. You can walk into most garden centers, Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, or local plant shops and usually find one. Some are $10, some are $20, some are a little more, but you're not having to spend hundreds of dollars just to get plants started. That takes so much pressure off. When your very first plant costs several $100s, every little brown spot feels like a disaster. When you buy something affordable, you're free to learn. You make mistakes, you improve, you build confidence. Then later, if you decide you want some of those more uncommon varieties, you already have the experience to care for them. I really think that's the smarter path. Start simple, build confidence, then expand your collection. Reason number 5, the variety is incredible. And finally, the size and variety. This might honestly be my favorite reason. They are climbing philodendrons, they are self-heading philodendrons, tiny leaves, huge leaves, dark leaves, bright leaves, silver leaves, orange leaves, red leaves, lemon lime greens, heart-shaped leaves, long leaves. You can build an entire collection using only philodendrons and never feel like every plant looks the same. That's exactly what's happened in my plant room. I never planned on owning this many. It just happened. 1 turned into 3, 3 turned into 10, and suddenly I realized I really love philodendrons. Why am I so obsessed with the Silver Sword though? Now, if you watch my channel for any amount of time, you probably already know one of my favorites, the Silver Sword. Every time my local plant shop gets one, I'm tempted to buy another. Actually, most of the time I do. I know people laugh because they ask, don't you already have one? Yes, several, and I'll probably buy another. There's just something about the long silver blue leaves. As they mature, they become even more dramatic. The leaves get larger, the shape changes. When you finally get them climbing on a moss pole, they really start showing off. They're just gorgeous plants. Care-wise, they're everything I've been talking about today. Bright indirect light, chunky soil, water when they're drying out. Give them something to climb on if you want bigger leaves. That's really about it. They're not complicated. They're rewarding, and every new leaf still excites me. I don't care how many philodendrons I own. Watching a silver sword unfurl never gets old. It's just one of those plants that remind me why I fell in love with this hobby in the first place. So, if you're brand new to plants and wondering where to begin, I seriously encourage you to look at philodendrons. They're forgiving, they're affordable, they're beautiful, they come in so many varieties, and maybe most importantly, they give you room to learn. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be consistent. Before long, you'll look around your house and realize what happened to me. You bought one philodendron, then another, and somehow your entire collection is full of them. I don't regret it at all, one bit. Y'all take care. Remember this, that when you're growing with Sean, there's always something to learn.